Rahman Rahim. We begin in the name of Almighty Allah, the most magnificent, the ever merciful. We glorify Him, we praise Him, and of course, we elevate His name as He ought to be elevated. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I extend to you the eternal and of course the universal salutation of peace. May the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be upon you. Well, the most pleasant good morning going out to you on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. Of course, we have now come to the end of another week in our lives. We're heading full speed towards the weekend. How has your week been thus far? I hope all has been well. And as always, I pray that you are healthy, well, enjoying a period of happiness and prosperity. Well, I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Safras Ghani, here in your company once again on this auspicious and holy day of Jum'ah here in Trinidad and Tobago. Jum'ah Mubarak going out to you and yours. And of course, before we go any further, I must take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to Pandit Chief and Hari Prasad for those beautiful and those wonderful words of inspiration and motivation. And as we always do, we most definitely do wish him a safe and a speedy trip back home. All praises are due to Almighty Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the magnificent, the merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. Oh Allah, it is you that we worship, and from you only do we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed your favor, not the path of those who have evoked your anger, nor the path of those who have gone astray. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Well, today's Islamic date is the 6th day in the month of Jumadul Ula, which is, of course, the 5th month on the Islamic calendar. So basically, now we have rolled over to a new month, today being the 6th day of that particular month. As a matter of fact, last Saturday evening, which was the 2nd of November, on that particular evening, the moon, to bring an end to the month of Rabi Uthani, the 4th month on the Islamic calendar, was looked for. And I can report to you that the moon was sighted on Saturday evening, last Saturday evening, the 2nd of November. The moon was sighted. As a result of which, that particular month, the 4th month on the Islamic calendar, would have completed 29 days. And then Sunday, last Sunday, which was the 3rd of November, coincided with the first day of the new month, the month of Jumadul Ula, the 5th month on the Islamic calendar. So the time is rolling by, the weeks are rolling by, the months are rolling by. Always remember, you may delay, but time will not. Time will never delay. Time continues to move on regardless of the situation, regardless of whatever is happening in your life. And at this point, we are getting ready now to commence another day of Jum'ah, the holy day of Jum'ah here in Trinidad and Tobago. Of course, allow me now to take the opportunity to officially welcome you to the show, live on air, live on the internet, and of course live across our social feeds as well, on Facebook and on YouTube, for this weekly program titled Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. Do stick around, I've got lots to share with you as we continue on this particular hour together.
बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी A message from
the sky, a mercy for mankind. If you lose your way, will always be your guide. Far greater than this world, move mountains with its word. Fixed every part of me and put my heart at ease. And Allah knows words heal the soul, most beautiful of miracles. The more you read, the more you feel Allah's love with every beat. Al-Quran, Nurun wa Bayan.
गरीब बनाओ मक्की मदनी, दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी। टूटे दिलों की दारस है, टूटे दिलों की दारस है, नाम तुम्हारा मक्की मदनी, नाम तुम्हारा मक्की मदनी। बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी, दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी। सदका अपने नवासों का, सदका अपने नवासों का, दुख रे मिटाओ मक्की मदनी, दुख रे मिटाओ मक्की मदनी। बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी, दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी। बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी, दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी। बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी, बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी, दर पे बुलाओ, दर पे बुलाओ, दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी, दर पे बुलाओ मक्की मदनी। बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी, बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी। बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी, बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी।
Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM, brought to you courtesy Original Barbecue Hut, Nicer Brand Products Limited, Point Fortin Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited, Adams Project Management Construction, and the TriniLink Solutions. You are listening to Soul Inspirations.
Yes, you're tuned into Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM with yours truly, Imam Safras Ghani. And as always, I must say, it's indeed an absolute honor and, of course, a personal pleasure to be in your company once again on this holy day of Friday, the day of Jum'ah, for around about the next hour or so. Of course, I must take the opportunity to say a very special thank you to all those who have messaged on the program thus far via the WhatsApp number 2994103, and of course also via the social feeds as well, via the Facebook feed, via the YouTube feed. Thank you so much for your kind messages. They're always highly appreciated. Well, on the program this morning, I've got a very intriguing segment as always lined up for you once again. We'll start off with a short inspirational segment followed by the early morning call to prayer. We've got a few Islamic selections coming up as well. Later on in the program, we get into our lecture segments. And this morning, we're discussing the concept of the negative impact of stress, worrying, and anxiety. Sometimes as you go through the course of your life, you are faced with situations, and life really and truly is an embodiment of situations. Those situations cause stress, causes you to worry, and of course anxiety. How do you deal with it, and how do you make yourself aware of the negative impact? That of course is coming up on our lecture segment. So definitely do stick around. I've got lots to share with you as we continue on with this particular hour. This is yours truly, Imam Safras Ghani, right here on Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM.
يا من هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر الخالق البارئ المصور الغفار القهار الوهاب الرزاق الفتاح العليم القابض الباسط الخافض الرافع المعز المذل السميع البصير الحكم اللطيف الخبير الحليم العظيم الغفور الشكور العلي الكبير الحفيظ المقيم الحسيب الجليل الكريم الرقيب المجيب الواسع الحكيم الودود المجيد الباعث الشهيد الحق المتين القوي المتين الولي الحميد المحسن المبدي المعيد المحيي المميت الحي القيوم الواجد الماجد الواحد الصمد القادر المقتدر المقدم المؤخر الأول الآخر الظاهر الباطن الوالي المتعال الباب التواب المنتقم العفو الرؤوف مالك الملك ذو الجلال والإكرام المكسر الجامع الغني المغني المانع الظاهر النافي النور الهادي البديع الباقي الوارث الرشيد الصبور
The 99 attributes of the Almighty, the 99 attributes of Almighty Allah. Beautiful way to start off the program this morning. And of course, I say to you, Allah's blessings and mercies unto you and your also on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning, as you look forward to another day in your life, another week, another month, as the case may be, and as you welcome the gift of a brand new day. Quite simply, be thankful. Be thankful for all of the blessings that the Almighty has given to you. Those blessings you acknowledge, those blessings you do not acknowledge, those blessings that you are aware of, and those blessings that you are not aware of as well. Every single day when you wake up, remember that you have 24 brand new hours to live. What a precious gift. What a precious gift. And you have the capacity to live in a way during these 24 hours that will bring peace, joy, and happiness to yourself and also to others. The choice is yours. You have to be able to choose that option for yourself. And instead of planning for the worst case scenario, sometimes when you go through the course of your life, don't plan for the worst case scenario. Instead of feeding your anxiety, how about expecting the best case scenario? How about restoring your peace? And how about trusting in the Almighty? Trust always. You know, if you are sitting on a plane, even though you don't know the pilot, you trust him. You relax on a ship, even though you don't know the captain. Why? Because you trust him. You relax on a bus, even though you don't know the driver. Why? Because you trust him. In your life, it is time to relax. It is time to take a step back and hand the reins over to the Almighty. Once you have that deep trust in him, I can assure you all in life will fall in place. So on that simple note, I want to say to you, may Allah bless you this day. May he continue to shower you with his bounties and his mercies. May he open the doors of mercy upon you. May he continue to guide your footsteps towards all that is good, towards prosperity, happiness, well-being, and may he grant you the strength and the courage to face all the challenges that will come your way this day, this week, and of course this month as well, as you continue on with the journey of your life. Well, coming up in a very, very short bit, we've got our inspirational segment. Do stick around. This is Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM.
Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM, brought to you courtesy Original Barbecue Hut, Nicer Brand Products Limited, Point Fortin Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited, Adams Project Management Construction, and Trinilink Solutions. You are listening to Soul Inspirations.
Yes, ma'am.
So this morning I want to start off by sharing with you this particular point. One of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that if you intend to mention the faults of your companions, before you do that, remember your own faults. Another great saint of the past said, beware of being preoccupied with rectifying others before you rectify yourself. Busy yourself with rectifying your heart within you. Busy yourself with purifying it from blameworthy traits such as greed, envy, pride, and vanity before rectifying that which is outside of you. And on that note, I came across a very, very interesting anecdote as I was doing some research earlier this week, and I wanted to share that with you this morning. So a father came home one day with a torn up map of the world. So he asked his son to try to put the map together again. In exactly 10 minutes, the boy came back with the map in perfect condition. The father, of course, was totally amazed. Although the boy had no previous knowledge of geography, he had completed the puzzle correctly in record time. The father wondered, how was it possible for his son to have done it so well? So he asked his son, And the boy said, well, all I did was to put the man right and the world came out right. All I did was I was able to put the man right and the world came out right. The father was, of course, confused as he thought, what man was his son talking about? So he took hold of the puzzle in order to have a closer look. And sure enough, indeed, there was a picture of a man at the back of the map. So instead of piecing together the map by looking at the picture of the map itself, by looking at the picture of the world, he simply turned it over and completed it by looking at the picture of the man on the opposite side. And this sends a very powerful message. There is nothing wrong with the world. The world will always be what man wants to make of it. And if he acts responsibly, if he acts with tolerance, things will always be right with the world. And today we look at this very, very profound concept. The concept of fixing yourself before fixing the world. That particular notion, the notion of fixing yourself before fixing the world, encapsulates the fundamental principle that your individual development, your self-improvement, both are essential prerequisites for effecting meaningful change on a broader scale. And it is important to understand that this is a concept really and truly that can benefit not only yourself, but also the world at large. And before you embark on the journey of changing the world, you must first embark on the journey of changing yourself. It is only through self-awareness, it is only through growth and personal development that you can cultivate the qualities and skills necessary to make a positive impact on the world around you. Unfortunately, in many instances, man's focus is on fixing the external world around him, with little or no focus on fixing his internal characteristics. He focuses on the faults of others, with little or no focus on his own faults. Whereas if he focuses on fixing that which is inside him, automatically all that is outside him, the external factors, will automatically begin to fall into place. It is a simple matter of focus. So where should your focus be? Well, this morning I want to share with you a few points that you should really and truly be fully focused on. Number one, you should be focused on self-reflection and awareness. Self-reflection serves as a powerful tool for understanding your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, and your aspirations. And by cultivating self-awareness, you gain valuable insight into your reactions, into your responses, into your behaviors. And that in itself can lay the foundation for personal growth and transformation. Number two, your focus should be on personal growth and development. As opposed to external factors, try beginning to learn and to understand and focus your energies on personal growth and development, embracing a mindset of continuous learning and self-improvement. That in itself empowers you to evolve as an individual into the best version of yourself. Also, very, very important, you should focus your attention on emotional intelligence and empathy. Central to your ability to connect with others, central to your ability to drive positive change, is emotional intelligence and empathy. By developing these traits, these qualities, you enhance your capacity to understand the experiences and the perspectives of those around you, which in turn will foster deeper connections and relationships. Also, very importantly, focus on mindfulness and your well-being. Nurturing your mental and emotional well-being through practices like mindfulness and self-care is crucial for maintaining a healthy mindset and resilience in the face of adversity. Life is about adversity. You will be faced with challenges, but by prioritizing your well-being, you cultivate your inner strength. You cultivate that drive that you need, not only to affect change in your life, but to affect change in the world as well. Focus your attention on values and ethics, your personal values and ethics. Your actions are guided by your values and your ethics. And your values and ethics will then shape the impact, will then dictate the impact that you have on the world. By aligning your personal values with your efforts to effect change, you ensure that your contributions are grounded in integrity, in authenticity, and a genuine desire to make a better change within the world. Also, focus on taking responsibility. Take responsibility, take ownership of your actions and their consequences, because this is a key part of personal growth and accountability. By acknowledging your role in shaping yourself and the world around you, you empower yourself to enact positive change through responsible decision making and also making an intention to become a better person. Intentional efforts towards a more equitable and sustainable future. Focus your attention on building resilience, because resilience is the key in every aspect. Focus your attention in taking practical steps. As you reflect on the principle of fix yourself before fixing the world, I encourage you to embark on a journey of personal growth with the intention and dedication to become a better person, first of all, before fixing anything within the world. A wise man once said, when I was a young man, I wanted to change the world. I found eventually that it was difficult to change the world, so I tried then to change my nation. When I found that I couldn't change my nation, I began to focus on my town. Eventually, I found that I could not change my town. And as I became an older man, I tried to change my family. And now as an older man, I realized that the only thing that I can really change is myself. And then suddenly I realized that if long ago I had actually changed myself, I could have made an impact on my family. My family and I could have made an impact on our town. And this impact could have changed the nation. And indeed, I could have impacted and changed the world. So in conclusion, the path to making a meaningful difference in the world begins by fixing yourself. Learn, grow, become much more of a positive individual. And remember, the journey to self-improvement is not separate from the journey of societal change. They are intricately intertwined and each informing and enriching the other. So as fast as you become a better individual, you are contributing to the upliftment and the betterment of your community and of your society on the whole. At this point on the program, we now go to the early morning call to prayer. The early morning call to prayer is being brought to you this morning through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Kinupia.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على حي على حي على حي على
Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM, brought to you courtesy Original Barbecue Hut, Nicer Brand Products Limited, Point Fortin Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited, Adams Project Management Construction, and the TriniLink Solutions. You are listening to Soul Inspirations.
Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah akbar. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah akbar. At times I feel that the sun is hidden by a hazy sky, and the lights around me hide the moon at night. I know you're closer than the veins that keep me living, 'cause all around me I feel your mercy. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah akbar. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah. Every now and then we need just a little time to breathe, to appreciate the trees swaying leaves as they wave to me. Now I need your guiding light, guide me like the stars at night, guide me through the storms of life, guide me until the day I die. Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah akbar. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah. Now I'm caught inside a sea of flashing light, a storm that blinds us all from wrong and right. And the trials of life seem like the mountains high, but His light above it all is worth the climb. Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah. Oh my Lord Supreme, how easily you speak to me, be it your sun's evening glare or the sweetness of the summer's air. And only you know how this inspires me, and for the rest of my days, true to you I'll always be. Alhamdulillah, La ilaha إلا الله أكبر سبحان الله الحمد لله لا إله إلا الله سبحان الله الحمد لله لا إله إلا الله أكبر سبحان الله الحمد لله لا إله إلا الله أكبر سبحان الله. میں بھٹکا ہوا تھا پریشان تھا میں سہارا بھی مجھ کو ملا تھا نہ کوئی تجھے میں نے سب کے دلوں میں جو ڈھونڈا ملا مجھ کو اپنے ہی دل کے کنارے یا اللہ یا اللہ یا اللہ یا رحیم. یا رحیم یا کریم معاف کر دے مجھ کو بھی تو ہی تو بس میرے ہے سب سے قریب ہاں کریم. یا رحیم یا کریم معاف کر دے مجھ کو بھی تو ہی تو بس میرے ہے سب سے قریب ہاں کریم. لگا کے یہ دل میں نے دنیا سے دیکھا پھر ایسا ہوا دل لگایا یہ تجھ سے نہ در میں نہ شہر میں نہ اپنے ہی گھر میں ملا جو سکون قلب تیرے گھر میں. یا اللہ یا اللہ یا اللہ یا رحیم یا کریم. یا رحیم یا کریم معاف کر دے مجھ کو بھی تو ہی تو بس میرے ہے سب سے قریب ہاں کریم. یا رحیم یا کریم معاف کر دے مجھ کو بھی تو ہی تو بس میرے ہے سب سے قریب ہاں کریم. یا رحیم یا کریم معاف کر دے مجھ کو بھی تو ہی تو بس میرے ہے سب سے قریب ہاں A message from the sky, a mercy for mankind. If you lose your word, will always be your guide. Greater than this world, move mountains with its word. Fixed every part of me and put my heart at ease. And now I know words heal the soul, most beautiful of miracles. The more you read, the more you feel Allah's love with every beat. Al-Quran, Nur wa Bayan. Al-Quran, Hadi al-Iman. Al-Quran, مسك الختام. يا قرآن عليك سلام. كلام الله الدروب شفاء للصدور آياته جمال تحلو به الحياة قلبي يشتاق إليه نور بين يديه رفيق في الحياة طريقي للجنة علم يقين هدي مبين يجلو الأحزان يحيي الإنسان شوق وشجون دم وحنين متمازج يقرأ القرآن نور وبيان القرآن هدي الإيمان القرآن مسك الختام يا قرآن عليك سلام اللهم اجعل القرآن العظيم ربيع قلوبنا ونور صدورنا وجلاء همومنا وهدينا في الدنيا والآخرة القرآن نور وبيان القرآن هدي الإيمان القرآن مسك الختام يا قرآن عليك سلام.
Indeed, Al-Quran, Nur wa Bayan. The Quran is indeed a source of light and, of course, a source of testimony, a source of guidance. So I urge you to make the Quran a part of your life every single day. Tap into that inspiration, tap into that source of motivation, and I can assure you that will drive you to such grounds that you would never have imagined that it was even possible during the course of your life. Welcome back. I'm yours strongly, Imam Safar Ghani. Thank you so much for being here on the program with me this morning. Thank you so much for the pleasure of your company. You're tuned into Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM. Well, at this point, we now get into our short lecture segment. And like I mentioned before this morning, we are looking at the negatives, the negative impact that stress, anxiety can have on your life. And I want to begin by sharing with you this that I came across earlier this week, a great scholar of the past who goes by the name of Ibn Sina. Once he conducted an experiment, and I want you to listen to this because this really and truly drives the point or drives the topic that we are discussing this morning. So he conducted an experiment. He placed two lambs in two separate cages. The lambs were of the same age and also of the same weight, and they were fed with the same food. So basically, all conditions were equal, all conditions were maintained to be the same. However, at the same time, he placed a wolf in the third cage in such a way that only one lamb could see the wolf and not the other. Months later, the lamb that saw the wolf on a daily basis was quite clearly restless, poorly developing, and very quickly losing weight. Eventually, that lamb that was in the vision of the wolf eventually died, while the other lamb remained healthy. And although the wolf did nothing to the lamb next day, the sheer fear, the stress, the anxiety that the lamb lived through by just knowing that the wolf is there killed it prematurely, while the other lamb, on the other hand, did not see the wolf at all. And that lamb was more peaceful, well developed, and was able to gain a healthy weight. In this experiment, the great scholar Ibn Sina proved that the mental influence on physical well-being and its positive and negative effects on the health of an individual. Unnecessary anxiety, unnecessary fear, unnecessary stress. Nothing may harm you more than unnecessary anxiety and stress. Nothing can do anything like the damage that these things can cause. So I urge you this morning, keep away from anxiety, keep away from unnecessary panic, because it is simply better for yourself, better for your loved ones, and better for the public health as well. People who have stress and anxiety over long periods of time will most definitely experience negative related health outcomes. They are more likely to develop heart disease. They are more likely to develop high blood pressure, diabetes, and may even develop depression and panic disorder. And even though life can be particularly stressing and worrying at times, allowing yourself to become submerged in stress, allowing yourself to become swallowed entirely by worry, can be extremely detrimental to your well-being, and as an extension of that, to your health as well. The less you worry, the less complicated life becomes. And the thing about it is that 99.9% of the things you tend to worry about don't even happen, don't even materialize in your life. And one day you look back and you realize that you worry too much about things that really didn't matter. Worrying never helps you to solve a situation, never helps you to be able to rectify a problem. In fact, worrying or anxiety creates further problems. And worrying is certainly one of the most common and harmful habits that anyone can have. I mean, we all suffer from this issue in our day-to-day lives from time to time, whether it is with regards to our health, with regards to our family, with regards to our financial situation, job-related issues. These worries or these situations crop up from time to time. But remember, worrying about it is a waste of time. Be productive. Actually try your best to look for solutions. Good and bad things will happen in life. You just have to keep living and not stress over what you cannot control. Stop worrying about what can go wrong and get excited about what can go right. It all comes down to whether you view the glass half full or half empty. And worrying doesn't stop the bad stuff from happening. The more you worry about something, that does not stop it from not happening or from not materializing. It just stops you from enjoying all the good things that Allah has blessed you with in His life. So as you go through life, have full faith in the Almighty. Have full faith in Almighty Allah. And Allah reminds us in the Quran quite simply, most beautifully, in chapter 65, verse 3. Almighty Allah mentions, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهِ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. And whoever puts his faith and trust in Almighty Allah, Allah will create for him solutions, number one. And whoever puts his full trust in Almighty Allah, Allah will be sufficient for him. He will not need anything beyond that. And sometimes when we go through life, we think that we are being knocked down. We think that we are being trampled upon. And we ask ourselves, how can life be so cruel? And then you begin to question the Almighty. You begin to say, oh Allah, why me? Why did you choose me, to put all of these difficulties and trials and hardships upon me? Why did you choose me to put these setbacks? I am trying my best to be a good individual. I'm trying my best to come closer to you. I'm trying my best to be an upright citizen. But yet still I'm faced with all of these trials. It does not make sense to me. But I can tell you this, that if you can try your best to control or to pay attention to those things that are in your control, and don't worry about those things that you cannot control, and you place your trust in the Almighty, you begin to see things working out on their own. And setbacks are there in your life to make you a stronger individual. And the more you embrace setbacks, the more you embrace challenges, the more you become a stronger individual. Embrace any hardship or any difficulty that may come your way. By embracing the challenges, you will find brilliance and you will find your radiance. Realize that you are like a diamond, so to speak. Every rub, every friction that you experience is not something that is trying to destroy you. As a matter of fact, it is trying to polish you just like a diamond. It is trying to better you, trying to smoothen the rough edges, trying to clear the unclear, trying to beautify and to make you into something that in the end is so elegant and so magnificent that you are worth far beyond your weight in gold. And then you will shine in the lights. After all, you are a diamond. And if you bear the wounds of the world with patience, if you bear the wounds of the world without stressing, and if you bear the wounds of the world without worrying or becoming anxious over them, and if you successfully place your trust in the Almighty, you will come out on the other end an item of extreme value. And what is most important is that you will become such a beacon of light that not only you will benefit from that light, but every single person that will come into contact with you will also benefit from that light. So the effort has to be to try to de-stress, try to connect with the Almighty, and know fully well that He is in control and He is guiding you to something which is greater. And if you have that faith, I can assure you that all in life will fall in place.
Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak. It is Friday, this is the best day. Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Mubarak. Waking up in the morning, got the special Friday feeling. Getting ready in my best clothes now. My juba looking crisp, going all out. Jumping my ride to the masjid. Hearing the khutbah, it's a blessing. Now we're standing in the sun and we're praying. Then I greet our kids with Assalamu Alaikum. Friday is here and it is the best of days. When we go to the masjid and we all pray. There are blessings on this special day. Thank you, Allah, thank you for this day. Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak. It is Friday, this is the best day. Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Mubarak. Friday sunnahs are locked down, looking fresh with my mishaps. We just do the talk up on a Friday. That's how the someone on the prophet is me upon it. Friday is here and it is the best of days. When we go to the masjid and we all pray. There are blessings on this special day. Thank you, Allah, thank you for this day. Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak. It is Friday, this is the best day. Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Mubarak. We all get this special day to change our ways, to cleanse our hearts, a brand new start. Oh, and don't forget that hour of Saturday is the job where prayers are accepted from now on. Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak. It is Friday, this is the best day. Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Mubarak, Jumma Mubarak.
Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM, brought to you courtesy Original Barbecue Hut, Nicer Brand Products Limited, Point Fortin Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited, Adams Project Management Construction, and the TriniLink Solutions. You are listening to Soul Inspirations.
Yes, you have been listening to Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM with yours truly, Imam Safraz Ghani. As we are now coming to the end of the program for this morning, I must take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. Also, a very special salam and greetings of peace going out to you, our listeners and viewers who joined us on the program this morning, to everyone who would have messaged via the WhatsApp number 2994103, also via the social feeds as well, locally, internationally, regionally. Thank you so much for your beautiful words, your beautiful messages. Jummah Mubarak, may the blessings of Almighty Allah be with you. Of course, it was an absolute honor to be in your company over the past hour or so. Please do join me next week, Friday from 5 a.m. as we bring to you another segment of Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Safraz Ghani, signing out for this morning. Until next week, Friday, please have an extremely blessed day. Stay safe. Stay in the mercy of Almighty Allah. Much love, and may the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Up next is news at 6, followed by Prabhat. Most definitely do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM for more inspirational and motivational programming throughout the course of today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Every night in my dreams, I pray that I see you. That is what I ask. Allah. Far across the distance and spaces between us, I want to see your face. May Father soon, I can't wait to be with you and hold you and be loved. Your love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime. Your sunnahs have led me through my life. Yeah.